I promised myself that I would always be honest with you guys when it comes to my movie reviews. So before I start this video, I want to say a quick thank you to Warner Brothers Middle East for inviting me to the Dubai premiere of Wonka. I had a really great time and I can't wait to give you guys my open and honest thoughts. Because this might be the greatest film of the year. I said it, I swear to God. Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and Wonka is the latest iteration of Roald Dahl's story or cinematic universe of amazing books that me and my sister grew up on. We also grew up on the 70s version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the film, and the 2005 Johnny Depp version. Those were movies that I actually watched as a kid and really enjoyed, and so did my sister. So I took my sister with me to watch this movie, and we both went in really excited, but also really hesitant, because again, this is a IP that we are deeply connected to and we have certain expectations of. Now, this film is not the story of Willy Wonka giving out the golden tickets and inviting Charlie to see the factory. This is the story of how Willy Wonka became Willy Wonka. And we loved it so much. You guys know me, I'm a really positive person, and I try really hard to see the good in people, the good in situations, the good in life in general, and I try my best. Even though, you know, life can be hard sometimes, you have to remain positive. And this movie is an embodiment of positivity and happiness and joy, and it makes you feel like you're a child witnessing the wonder and the magic of chocolate and the world and having a dream. And I just loved it so much. I was really hesitant about Timothee Chalamet because I really did not like anything that I've seen by him. I watched Dune. I thought that movie was super boring, but I'm excited for part 2 because apparently that's going to be a lot more exciting. But I didn't really see anything else by Timothee Chalamet, and so going into this, I was nervous. But he is absolutely perfect in this role. He's a much more human Willy Wonka who wears his heart on his sleeve. It was interesting because I saw a lot of myself in him, this person who has a dream and just won't stop until he achieves it. It was inspiring to see, and it made me want to work even harder to achieve my dreams. It was so inspiring. And Timothée Chalamet, you know, his physical appearance fits so well with this role because, and again, I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful in any way, but he looks like he came out of a cartoon. And I mean that in the best way possible. And so he actually fits so well. And I wish I could have seen that sooner because I would have been much more excited about this movie had I known that he was absolutely perfect for the role. And oh my goodness, he is perfect. Another thing that really surprised me about this movie, that it was really funny. My entire theater at this press screening were laughing so hard, and it was really, really fun, really cool. There are jokes that land so well, but there are also some other jokes that fall flat, and I did want to tell you guys that the movie isn't necessarily perfect, but it was perfect for me because of the energy it gave me, which then leads me to the music. This is a musical. It is a musical, straight up. There's no way about it. And in fact, I would say that this is the most musical we've ever seen the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory story, because in the original in the 70s, they did sing a lot, but it was nowhere near as much as this. And in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 2005 Johnny Depp version, there were songs, but they were just by the Oompa Loompas. It felt isolated to that. That was a Oompa Loompa kind of thing that Oompa Loompas do. But every character in this movie sings. Now that could have fallen flat. But as you guys know, I am a musical fan, and so any musical that comes out, I just want to sink my teeth into the soundtrack. Some movies came out this year that I didn't necessarily feel that connection for, but I did with this one because every single song was a banger. A lot of musicals find it really hard to juggle between the up-tempo songs and then the sad ones or the slower ones. Both the up-tempo and the slow were so good in this film. There was not a single misstep. It's actually shocking to me how good the music was and how well integrated the music was with the scenes. Every time a character started singing, it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like, okay, they're just starting singing now. It felt like it made sense, and it was weaved so well into the plot and the story. And I love musicals that develop the characters and develop the plots through the music, and this movie did that so well. And to top all of that off, the movie is matched with unbelievable visual effects, production design. Whoever worked on this movie at Warner Brothers deserves a raise. The CGI was amazing. The production design was amazing. By the time the movie ended, I genuinely wish that it was another hour longer. This is the kind of movie that you walk in not expecting much, you love it, and then you don't even want it to end. Some other standouts for me were Hugh Grant and Sally Hawkins. You guys know I love Sally Hawkins, so I am biased. She has a very small role. Do not get too excited, but she is the emotional crux of the movie as Wonka's mother. Again, without going into any spoilers, I do love Sally Hawkins because of The Shape of Water, so I'm a Sally Hawkins defender, and that is why I boycotted the Oscars when they didn't give her the win for Best Actress. Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa is the weirdest choice you could have ever imagined, but his pessimism and anger really seeps through to give you this image of this really tiny man who has a whole backstory. And I thought it was so interesting how fleshed out his character was, despite having a little bit of screen time. It wasn't a lot. I definitely expected it to be longer, but he utilized every scene he was in, and it was wonderful. Some of the funniest scenes are connected to his character. I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. And by far, my favorite aspect of this movie is the message that you shouldn't let anyone steal your dream, and you should do anything to achieve it. In the most positive way possible, this is a movie that I would show my kids and hope they learn something from. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. But this movie really, really believes in that. And it's such a wonderful time to watch a movie like that with everything going on in the world right now. It's so nice to see a movie that celebrates love, that celebrates positivity, that celebrates chasing your dreams. It's so pure. This movie is so brilliant. I know the director directed the Paddington movies, but I have never seen them. I've never seen Paddington, and now I really want to, and I think I'm going to react to them. If I could give this movie a rating, an honest rating, one that's not an exaggeration, or just me having a recency bias. If I really think about it, if I really put my finger on it, I would give this movie a 72 out of 10. Possibly a 72.5 out of 10. This is the kind of cinema that I've been wanting all year. And I didn't realize that I needed it until I got it. This totally shifted my entire perspective on what my top 10 of the year was going to be. I had to adjust a lot of things and even adjust them in comparison to how Wonka made me feel. Now I have a new standard. If it doesn't make me feel the way Wonka made me feel, like a child experiencing film, I don't even know what to say anymore. If you guys are looking for a movie for the holidays, I know a lot of you celebrate Christmas. Just do this. This movie deserves to be seen. I just, honestly, it's I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil my top 10 of the year, but it's really high up. This is a really great film. I really hope you guys watch it. Do not let this movie flop. I swear to God, please do not let this movie flop. I want a sequel. The ending sort of hints at a sequel. I want a sequel. I will not rest. I will buy out every theater with my own money to get a sequel. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Warner Brothers Middle East for inviting me to the premiere. I will be seeing it again, so I will be putting money into this film. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please go watch Wonka. If you ever had any love for me or my channel, go watch this movie. Please. Please, I just really want a sequel. I do not want this movie to flop. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. So good. It's so good. I've been streaming the soundtrack ever since I watched the movie. My entire car ride home, all of today, while doing everything. I listened to it at the gym. I just have not stopped listening to the soundtrack. For the soundtrack alone, you should go see it. It's just magic. Pure magic. I love you guys so much. I already said bye. What am I doing?